vehicle history list, forms needed for registration and transfer. Okay, this one will be relatively short because there are going to be some supplementary videos that Chris and Will won't be on for, but you'll be able to see them directly from Fairfax Imaging. But we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Possible title brands. Do you guys know what a title brand is?
It's something that's branded on the title.
Good. There's a box up in the top right-hand corner that actually will say if there's any kind of title brand on the title. Now, that's not foolproof though, because you want to see what date the title was issued, because something could have happened between title issue date and the date that we're at right now. So you want to make sure when in doubt, it's always a good idea to run that Carfax auto check and also VIN audit or that Invitas report as well. But I've taken the time to break down what a salvage title looks like, what a rebuilt title looks like, what is prior rental, lease, fleet, all that fun stuff. So it's all here in your book. Do you guys have any questions on title brands? Basically, if something major happened to the car, it's announced more than anything.
I mean, it's something you'd want to know anyway, right?
Fundamentally, yes. That is one of the main basic elements that makes it up of, again, be transparent about your business. When you know something, say something. And now we're going to talk about paperwork and how long you have to retain those portions as well. So for paperwork, there is something called a deal jacket, which is kind of like a file folder for your deals. I was looking to see if I had one on my desk, and I don't have one handy. But you can, Amazon really is one of the best places to get deal jackets. And all the paperwork we talked about today goes inside that basically file folder, so that way it can be retained on file. Now, please write this down for your test. It does have to be retained for 3 plus the current year. That's important. That will be on your test. And there are some forms that are going to be necessary to facilitate. Now, everything has been digitized, thankfully, but there are still some things we have to print out. So Fairfax Imaging is one of the preferred providers for California Dealer Academy. They are nice enough to let us use their videos for instruction because we were one of the companies that helped facilitate that coming into California and help them with their training portions. So watch those videos. That's the additional content that you're going to see down below here in your lesson plan. And then the forms that are going to be necessary for basically transferring a vehicle. So Reg 51 is your retail report of sale. And if you're not familiar with what a Reg 51 looks like, you've probably seen the bottom portion, the little happy sticker that we fold up and put in the window. So that way, oh, look, I bought a new car. That acts as your temporary registration as well. So anything temporary, if you want to write this down for DMV, temporary paperwork is always 90 days. Okay. So it's a 90-day portion. That's good for because that gives me a window as a dealer to get title, get it transferred, get it to the new buyer and facilitate it that way. When it comes to wholesale, there are 2 different kinds of reports of sale. One is a Reg 396, which facilitates a transfer between 2 licensed dealers, or the Reg 398, which is when it's transferred between 2 dealers at a physical auction. Okay, this is typically the physical auction that will be writing this out for you. Now, again, if it's a digital auction, separate situations, different portion of class, but for physical auctions, that's what's facilitated as far as that portion is concerned. So we've reached the end of the lesson plan. As far as this portion is concerned, there will be additional content that we'll add throughout the course of this. So stay tuned. We've got a few more things to share with you, and then we'll get you right over to that test. Stay tuned.